Hello everybody and welcome back to our NASCAR career mode here in NASCAR Heat Evolution. Today we are in sweet home Alabama where the skies are so blue and Chris Rock is everywhere. Today we are at Talladega Superspeedway for the running of the Geico 500. Today we have 24 laps for you ladies and gentlemen. It should be a fun one considering the start finish line is iconic here. It is not in the middle of the front stretch. It is not at the beginning like Daytona. It is at the very end, almost into turn number 1. So we jump into qualifying. We put 80% tape on the grill. That's why our engine is smoking and our oil temp is getting hot as heck. And we thought we could go faster. Well, you'll find out right here. It did not matter. We still qualified dead last with a 55-second lap. So now it's time to start the race. And, well, we're going to have to go from worst to first if we want to make up any ground in the point standings. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talladega Superspeedway. Green flag is in the air. We are live. We start 40th. We already gain a position. And we're already gaining 2 over Ty Dillon. We've had some bump and runs with him in the past couple of races. Ryan Reed right in front of us. We can't get aggressive here at Talladega, especially with our car in the way it is. It's just not going to work. There's going to be a lot of passing. There's going to be a lot of getting past. And you just have to play the patience game. Ever hear the saying, patience is a virtue? Well, it is definitely going to come to fruition here today, Talladega, Alabama. Lap 1, we, just like that, are back to last. Ryan Sidrick is the car we passed. And, well, again, it's going to be a lot of give and take here. We take the position, we give it back, and by the end of lap 1, you see we're still on lap 1. Right now, we are crossing the start-finish line. Lap 2, we gain all of 1 position. We run a 1:02 lap. Leaders are probably running 58 seconds, 59 seconds worse. So we're 3-4 seconds away from them. Probably hard to tell because the pack is just in one cluster, but there you see Ty Dillon get a little loose off of turn 2, but we do a good job of handling the car and not oversteering it, and we don't save it necessarily, but we do enough to keep it out of the wall. And Talladega, you will pay for your mistakes. It's not when the big one will happen, or it's not if the big one will happen, it's when the big one will happen. So everyone's waiting on that, but we cannot wait. We have to get points, and we have to get them in a hurry. Talladega is an all-star race, and what I mean by that, it's completely out the window. It's just so unpredictable, like the All-Star race, and anything can happen at any given moment. Fuel window, you get about 11 to 12 laps. If you want to play safe, come in maybe at lap 10. But then if you do lap 10, you have to make 3 stops. The only way you do not make 3 stops, somehow save enough fuel to go on lap 12, and then again save enough fuel to go on another 12-13 lap run. That's our plan. We don't have as good as fuel strategy as the other teams, or really even it's anybody. We're the only one with poor strategy in every category, but hey, we gotta make it work somehow. So in the rambling that we've done, and now we're on lap 4, we are sitting in 34th. We've actually made some passes. You see they tested 3 wide, but we're going to try and duck in with Daniel Suarez here right in front of Bubba Wallace that we just passed. But car on our low side, I say just passed, but we are door-to-door with him. There we go, now we pass Bubba Wallace. We're going to try and hook up with Daniel Suarez, Toyota. Not necessarily teammates, but manufacturer teammates. So we're going to see if we can hook up with Suarez. Now, does he want anything to do with us? That is completely up to him, but if he was smart, he would work with whoever he's got behind him, because draft is key here at Talladega. But we get such a run on Suarez here out of turn number 4. We will go door to door with him, and we actually get the position before the stripe. So 5 laps in, 8 spots made up. If we can do that every 5 laps, we'll be a top 10 car, if not a winning car. I don't really see the outcome of this race happening right now, but right now our strategy, come in lap 11 or 12, I guess 11 leading into 12, and do that twice, maybe 3 times if there's a caution, or maybe just twice if there's caution. It all depends on when the caution comes out. You see, we will be checking our fuel a lot in the run because you want to be precise with the fuel run here. 2.5 mile track, it's not going to be fun if you run out of gas at the beginning of the next lap. You expect it to have enough or whatever, but enough about that. Lap 5, now into lap number 7, and that's where we see our first action of pit stops. Yeah, you wouldn't really expect it, but people are coming in on lap 7. That means they're gonna have to do a 3-stop race. It could work out if there's no caution, but yeah, Matt Tiff didn't really give us any indication there. No one really did, but look how many cars we passed, guys. We go from 26, we actually worked our way up to 26, to 3rd. 23 drivers pitted on lap 7/lap 8, however you want to say that, and we are now on the podium. This is the first time ever this season, in season number 2, that we've been top 5, whether it's pit cycle or finish or just anything. It's first time we've been, I think, top 15 as well, so this is definitely a different feeling. But you can see we're carrying speed. Newman, he's coming into pit road, so he's starting to slow down. I believe Casey Kane is the leader. He is coming in this lap as well. Yes, he is. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever this season, we are going to technically lead the field to another lap. So we get 1 lap led. That is our first ever lap led, and that would translate for 3 or 4 laps. You see, we're on lap 10. We're coming into pits this time by. We have 1 lap of fuel. We're not going to risk it or anything, so we're slowing down. We're getting the speed, but then the caution comes out. What happened? I don't know. I cannot tell you. The caution comes out. That's all I can tell you. So we go from first to hopefully where, you know, not bad at all, but 30th. We restarted 23rd. We drop back to 30th, but look at this. More cars are coming in. More cars are coming in. This is their second rotation on pit stops, and it's actually really interesting because we don't have to make another pit stop, guys. We do not have to come into the pits again. It worked out to where lap 12, we stayed enough, somehow under caution, we shut the car off or something. It was a really weird caution sequence, but I guess we shut the car off, and we don't have to pit anymore. We can actually make it to lap 25, you know, coming into pits on lap 25. So we're good on fuel. The only thing that could screw us over, well, that right there, I don't know what happened on the inside, but that could help us. The only thing that could screw us over, another caution. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. We don't get a caution, but we don't wreck the car either. That could have been a very nasty wreck. A lot of guys were coming in, including Danica Patrick, and again, no indication, but guess what? Lap 19, we take the lead. We don't look back. I said we have enough gas to make it until the end of next lap. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna win our first race of the year, and it's gonna be at Talladega, Alabama Super Speedway. I said it's a wild card race, just like the All-Star race. We get our first victory of the season. We collect the purse bank of, I believe, 30,000, but we get the win. The fuel strategy, the caution right before we came in, we didn't even come in yet, so we saved enough gas there. It is such a relief. It is such a big relief. You see, we beat out Michael McDowell, Matt DiBenedetto. The whole cycle got messed up. because there were no other cautions. But guys, we pick up our first win, and we are going to end this episode with 7th in the chase standings. Now, remember last year what happened in Season 1. We won at Dover. But then, we slipped below 30th spots. So, guys, if we can just stay above 30th, this could very well be, if we stay above 30th, this could be the year. I'm not saying we'll win the championship. I'm not saying we'll get out of the first round of the chase with the chase format. But guys, for right now, we're kings of the NASCAR world. There you see it in all its glory. The Geico 500 Talladega Super Speedway Trophy. If you win at Talladega, Alabama, that's exactly what we do. Fastest lap goes to Austin Dillon with a 51.7. We led the most laps. We actually led half the race. We had the best on the move award, obviously. Worst to first. I said the only way we're winning is if we do that. Tough break. I believe that was Kurt Busch. But guys, this is such a huge relief. You're about to see where we jump up into points. And we're coming up on the All-Star break. We have Kansas, we have the All-Star break, then we have the longest race of the year. Also, right there from our R&D guy, we picked up a secondary sponsorship, and we're going to go with Moog for our secondary sponsorship. I thought about it. Should we do Aspen Dental? Should we do Duralast? No, we're just going to do Moog. Top 25 is about where we're at right now in our career and through the season, and I'm just speechless, guys. We won our first race. You see, we can't afford a upgrade to our horsepower and all that, but we're almost there. We are almost there. We're about $30,000 off. If we do well enough at Kansas, we could get that next time out. But guys, we are 7th in the chase standings. We'll see you at Kansas. Have a good one.